Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Sooner Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The Bengal ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete. An
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A toss left, Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Let's go, team.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Bengals, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So that one will be accepted.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
48,
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Gronk that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
13.
To throw again, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Now the try here for the pulling after. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
42. Bengals.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Come on, QB, come on. Cowboy 80. Check 26.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Ravens 42.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out.
Wide, get wide. No.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens add on. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run. 48 to Mike. I got you. Shit. Mikey, 18.
Burrow looking to pass. across here as he's taken down.
Justin Madubuike.
Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Burrow will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4.
Just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
38-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Burrow. Out to his left. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run here with Mixon. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's the end.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it,
and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Ravens 70, Bengals 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty is Mixon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. We ain't giving him nothing today.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
It's the score. Ravens 77, Bengals 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Watch 36.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chuck Clark in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
2nd down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Check 31. Check 31.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Safety screaming. Check, 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 check.
This is Mixon. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Bengals.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The 21-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jamal Agnew. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points,